Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're going to talk about Marvel, but we're going to talk about Jamie Lee Curtis having to apologize for calling Marvel stupid and bad.
But everybody else is doing it, but you know, we won't apologize.
Yeah, Deadpool's doing it in the movie.
That's true.
But yeah, apparently she opened her maw when she was doing promotion for the Borderlands movie, which actually looks stupid and bad.
I was going to say, to be fair, it doesn't look great.
But yeah, you know, I mean, overall, I like Jamie Lee Curtis. Okay, I mean, she's definitely pretty far left, I think, ideologically. But you know, like I think somebody of her age with her pedigree should be allowed to say, yeah, that movie looks like shit. You know, you should be allowed to say it. I mean, they're not going to cast her in the MCU.
I just think it's funny because there's like, I mean, she said what everybody else is thinking. It was like one of those, you know, they're asking her questions, you're supposed to give an answer real quick, and then bad. But it's true. And you're not allowed to say that because, you know, if it's, but it's okay if that, you know, you lie about other stuff, but you can't say that the current MCU is bad, even though it's really bad. Why? Let me guess, because it's all gender and race swap now, so that it gets a shield?
Well, you better watch it, Jamie. They're not going to cast you as Tanya Stark in the multiverse.
Right.
So let's talk about this before you get into it any further. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. Guys, you get woohoo if you do.
Woohoo.
Yeah, it's all over the place. Jamie Lee Curtis mocking the bad Marvel franchise.
It is.
And then walks back her stupid comments. I love the Daily Mail's headline, though. She issues a groveling apology for stupid remark calling the MCU films bad and reaches out to Marvel President Kevin Feige. Leaders shouldn't talk shit.
Wait, okay, so she's a leader now because she's in movies. It's bad. She's not wrong. The recent stuff is how, like, you know, Deadpool and Wolverine has been bad.
Now, I look at her, especially with the red sunglasses on, and I think there's Madam Web.
Yeah, I can see her before. Yes, I can see her before. Yeah.
Jamie Lee Curtis has officially reached out to Marvel President Kevin Feige to kiss the ring and apologize for her stupid comments about the MCU superhero films. They said the dramas.
But wait, meanwhile, the people that do like She-Hulk and all that shit are allowed to say whatever stupid thing about men they want to say, including mocking Kevin Feige, and that's okay. They don't have to apologize.
Yeah, right.
But she has to.
I didn't hear anything about this until this morning. They said the drama started Friday when she was attending ComicCon to promote her new movie Borderlands, which I'm sure is stupid and bad. MTV's Joshua Horowitz quizzed her, said, "What phase is Marvel in right now?" And she said, "Bad. It's in the bad phase." Curtis wisecrack clearly amused her male co-stars, and director Eli Roth attempted to hide his face. Yeah, so they said the comments were included in a sort of sizzle reel posted by MTV on Wednesday. It took less than 24 hours for her to get canceled.
By who? By who? Who canceled her for that? Because it's not untrue.
Oh my God. If I'm a leader, then I'm a leader, and I shouldn't talk shit about other collaborative art form creators.
If it's shit, it's shit.
If it's shit, it's shit.
I should lie. I'm a leader, guys. Now I've learned I should lie to make, you know, certain people feel better.
My comments about Marvel were stupid, and I will do better.
You know, the reason she's getting in trouble is she panders to a certain audience.
Yes,
online.
that's exactly why.
And it's all great until they come for you, Jamie. This is how it always
And
goes.
they will. They will. They absolutely will. They were trying to cancel. God, I forget what it was, but they were trying to cancel her for something not too long. Oh, no. I remember what it was. It was Comic-Con last year. I think she went to Comic-Con last year to support her kid who was a streamer or something, but they were mad at her for going at all, even though she wasn't promoting a movie.
Yeah, it was something like that.
Something like that. So they tried to cancel her. So this is the thing. This is kind of like Pedro Pascal, too, telling Gina Carano to just put the hashtag on Twitter just to shut them up. These people don't actually believe it. You can't tell me someone of Jamie Lee Curtis's age with her experience, right? And she seems very blunt, actually believes in this cancel culture shit, because I'm sure she's been on the receiving end of it more than once. But she's got to do what she's got to do to keep getting gigs, right? She said she's reached out to Kevin, and he'll no longer play in that mud-slinging sandbox of competition we call the internet.
More room for us.
We'll sling shit for you, Jamie. I do like Jamie Lee Curtis. I want to be clear. Like, I do like her. I think her, but no, what will happen is they won't sling mud at each other, but they have no problem whatsoever going off about politics and
slinging mud at
slinging
fans,
mud at other people. Yeah.
You know, whatever.
I'm not going to engage in the toilet paper promotion or gameplay that is designed for clicks, not content or conversation.
Well, there was no conversation to be had. She's not wrong, but they weren't allowed to talk about it because, the internet said canceled.
Well, the internet's going to have a field day with Borderlands, I think, when it comes out, because I don't think this movie looks very good.
Now, here's the thing. This is the next part. We're going to talk about this because this is funny to me. We were just talking about this earlier. The 51-year-old producer whose films have amassed a combined $30 billion showed no signs of slowing the Marvel money-making train. Okay, a couple things here. Kevin Feige did not make all the decisions.
No.
He gets the credit, but there are people that were in play before him. And all the plans that were made up to the end of phase 3, he was in charge. He was like basically overseeing it, but he didn't come up with it solely. And as soon as they had to go to phase 4 and phase 5 and onward, when he had to do it himself, it went to shit.
He was the office manager. As I understand it, he was the office manager answering and fighting with like Perlmutter and some other people at Marvel. I think Jeff Loeb and... Yeah, so he got them out of the way. And then once he was in charge, look what happened.
Right. And then they're talking about, you announced Doomsday and Secret Wars, which is, people are upset about. It sounds like a lot of places, most people are not happy about Robert Downey Jr. coming back as Dr. Doom. They would like him back, but not as Dr. Doom.
People aren't. They aren't. I sent you that thing yesterday. IGN had a poll. And the IGN poll, more people said they were not thrilled about Robert Downey Jr.
I still
playing
think it's a move geared at normies, but it's going to be on an IGN poll. But we'll see. It'll be interesting to see how it plays out. But then they said his most recent Phase 5 offering Deadpool and Wolverine, which everybody is quick to point out, and they're not wrong. That was good because of Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman.
And they made fun of
right.
Marvel in the movie.
And I think they made fun of Feige too, didn't they?
Yeah.
It's good because they let Ryan Reynolds do what he wanted to do. That's why it was good. If Disney and Co. were in charge of it, more so I think there was some evidence that they were, dictating some things. But I think if they had been given the free reign over it, we would not have had the winner we got.
She said this wasn't the first time she threw shade at Marvel, as her indie multiverse movie Everything Everywhere All at Once was in direct competition with Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness at the box office in 2022. She said, "Is it just me? Does it seem strange that our tiny movie that could and did and continues to do #1 movie in America and is truly marvelous out-marvels any Marvel movie that they put out there?" She's not wrong.
No.
Guess who was involved in that movie? The Russos.
It was a good movie.
It was a good movie. It was a very good movie.
It's really weird, but I liked it better than the Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness.
It was WandaVision, the movie was what that was. So she's been throwing shit at Marvel. They offering her a part.
It costs less to make.
It costs less to make.
It's true.
Well, that is an ongoing theme. Now, I think they're going to throw all kinds of money at Secret Wars and Doomsday, but yeah, they're not mentioning any of the other. They're not mentioning Captain America 4. They're not mentioning even Fantastic Four. All the fours, they're just not mentioning that. She's probably up for a role in the MCU, and that's probably why she's like, "Oh, I better kiss that ring," because when they need to bring Madam Web into the multiverse.
I think it's more a case of she's catered to a certain audience.
Yes, and
they're very much about these new Marvel films because it's all about diversity and inclusion, and she just pissed them off.
Yeah, I can't believe that.
I love this picture of her down below, though. Go down. This one. She's like somebody's aunt or grandma that doesn't give a shit what she says or what people think. And I do like that about her. But yeah, they were trying to cancel her. I'm pretty sure last year when they had the strikes because she dared go to ComicCon, but she wasn't promoting a movie. Like, you were allowed to go if you weren't promoting a movie. That was the taboo. But if you were going just to like walk around or whatever, you weren't supposed to boycott the whole thing. But then meanwhile, people said Comic-Con last year for comic book creators was actually very, very good because they weren't competing with Hollywood. Now this year, all you're hearing about is Doctor Doom. That's it. That's everything from Comic-Con is Doctor Doom. Mm-hmm. I don't think it's going to go well. I don't know if they have anything else here, but yeah, they're just like, she had to apologize. She had to kiss the ring. Oh yeah, they're showing all the stuff, oh, look, the Marvels. That lost at like $200 and some million. Well,
these are duds, yeah.
Ant-Man the Wasp: Quantumania, which also likely lost a bunch of money. I don't know the exact number. I don't know how, I think Doctor Strange actually made money, but it wasn't a whole lot. I mean, if it cost $350 million to make, double that $700 million, making $930 some million, it broke even, but didn't make like a lot.
No, it really didn't make a ton of money. I mean, especially for what the budgets that they threw at these movies. Like Quantumania had the budget of a freaking Avengers movie. Yeah, it was for Ant-Man because it was supposed to lead into Kang Dynasty, and
Which they just scrapped.
They just like scrapped that. But yeah, she was saying, "Hey, no green screen out here. Other multiverse wannabe movies, real people, real places, old school." Yeah, she had nothing against Marvel as an entity in 2022. She said, "I've seen a lot of Marvel movies. What I was talking about is that Everything Everywhere All at Once was a little movie that could, and we were able to tell a multiverse story that really touched people. What I was trying to talk about was it doesn't have to be a Marvel movie in order to be a spectacle and really move you."
I agree with her.
And she said, of course, she would work with Marvel in the future. Well, not if you're calling
She
their...
says she doesn't expect to get a call from them. She sure as hell doesn't expect to get a call from them now.
Yeah, well, it could be the Russo brothers could have pulled her aside too, because they're coming back now. Like, they didn't give a shit when they were out, when the Russo brothers were out, and they were definitely not going back to Marvel. They didn't give a shit if you threw shade at Marvel, but now that they're back at Marvel, they gotta kiss the ring, and so does she.
But to be fair, Borderlands looks like crap too, so there's that.
Oh yeah, I guarantee you, Borderlands is gonna make less money than Captain America 4. Like, it looks like shit, but whatever. Actually, the Claptrap is the worst. Like, Jack Black is Claptrap. God, he's so annoying. He's just like this obnoxious cartoon character.
Well, you could have said Jack Black is obnoxious and ended it there. But anyway, we wrap this up.
Let's wrap it up, guys. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. We'll talk later.
Bye.